Hello everyone, welcome back to Raid Shadow Legends. This is the free-to-play account for the Hell Hades free-to-play challenge. It's been a while since the last update, thought I'd just let you all know how we're getting on. We're going to kick off today with pulling some shards. There is a champion chase going on at the moment. I've got 5 Ancients, 1 Void and 1 Sacred to pull. So we'll start off with this one. There is a progressive chance the champions, obviously in this account I can't use legendary, so it really doesn't matter if I pull a legendary, they're not going to get used. But the epics are kind of what we're interested in. There's 2 very good epics on offer here, and I think I'll go with Deacon, because Deacon's actually going to be really good for all sorts of content. He's great in dungeons, he's great in arena, he's just great everywhere. He's a really good champion, one of the best epics in the game. So currently in my arena team I have High Katoon as my sort of speed lead, and I have War Maiden as my drop defense. Deacon could replace both of them really. He does a very similar role. He has a speed aura the same as High Katoon, so that will replace that one. He also has this skill where he will fill the turn meters of all allies by 15% and decrease the turn meters of all enemies by 15%. Then gives them an extra turn. So this is kind of a speed boost and a speed reduction on the enemy, same as what High Katoon does. So that's her job done. He will then also go into his A2 here, which attacks all enemies and has a chance of placing a decreased defense, which is what War Maiden's in my arena team for. So he can replace both those champions, which will open up another slot for perhaps a buffer or another damage dealer or something like that. So condensing 2 champions into one is a great way of improving your teams. So I want to go for him. Dorothy is also a really good champion as well, but I think for me, I would rather have Deacon on this account. So we're going to go with Deacon. And in terms of the Void Shards, I've gone for Gembo. He's just a good arena nuker and a good damage dealer overall. But chances of actually getting him on 1 shard is very low, so it doesn't really matter too much really. There is a guaranteed champion going on, but without 110 shards I wouldn't be able to get him. And on this account, even if I was to get him, I couldn't use him because we don't use legendaries pulled from shards. And we have the same chance on the Sacreds. So we'll start off with the Ancients, and let's just see if we get anything good. And then we'll have a look at my champion collection and see if there's anyone interesting in there. Perjurator is a decent damage dealer for a rare. We want to see some purples. Flesh Eater, nothing special. Come on, give me some good. Okay, it's purple. It is Clod Beast Feeder. He's a decent champion. Okay, what does he do? Remind myself. Decreased crit rate on the A1. So decreased crit rate is nothing special, but in PvE content, you will prevent the enemy from critting you. In PvE, all enemies have a 15% crit rate. So by giving them a decreased crit rate, you'll never get crit. So it's a good way of having this survivability, but it's nothing special really. Shield buff on all allies, and increased speed, increased accuracy on all allies. Heals the ally with the lowest HP by 10% of the max HP at the start of this champion's turn. He's a decent champion, but I don't think he's one that I'm going to be utilising. Probably, maybe I'll stick him in Faction Wars, but that's about it. Oh, well, that's a shame. We didn't get Deacon. So the chances of getting another one, pretty low. Oh, as I'm saying that one, oh God. Defiled Sinner, I think he's pretty bad. I can't remember, I've never used him. Decreased defense before attacking, 50% chance. If 5 more enemies are alive, does the following attack instead. Attacks all enemies. Place a 25% increased attack buff on this champion for 2 turns before attacking. Interesting. That's quite a unique skill. Attacks 1 enemy, then attacks all enemies, inflicting damage equal to 15% of their max HP. If the first hit kills an enemy, the second hit cannot be critical. So if he hits hard, that would be a decent skill. I don't actually know how hard this guy hits. And another AoE on his A3, damage increases by 10% for each enemy alive, stacks up to 100%. So it looks like he could be useful in like wave clearing, maybe in Spider if he does a lot of damage, but I don't know how effective he is at doing damage. I'd have to look that one up. Okay, we've got one more. So now the chances of getting Deacon are very low. Yeah, we don't do it. And we get a Headsman. Okay. Right, we're going to have a go, see if we can get Gembo. or anybody else. Oh, we do get an epic. Oh, we don't. Oh, now Skimforce. He's a good champion. He is good. Okay, decrease speed on the A1, a double hitter. So the first hit puts decreased speed, and the second hit has a chance of decreasing the turn meter by 10%. So it's a nice A1. An AoE, decrease attack. After attacking, transfers all debuffs except the control debuffs from all allies to this champion. So he kind of cleanses it. The entire team brings everything onto him. And then his A3 will transfer all the debuffs from this champion to the target enemy, then attacks them. Steals 100% of the target's turn meter if the attack is critical. This is a nice champion. His passive there heals the champion 5% of their max HP for each debuff on them at the start of each turn. That's nice. If this champion is under 4 or more debuffs at the start of this turn, places an increased attack and increased crit damage on this champion for 2 turns. I like them. I don't have him on my main account, I don't think. I've never used this guy. So, yeah, he's good. I like him. He's a very good champion. Okay, well, we've got one more chance to get Deacon on the Sacred. Let's go for this. Okay, we've got an epic. Magna. Oh, Magna's a lovely champion. Very hard hitting HP based champion, easy to keep alive. Decreased defense on the A1. 100% chance if it's under an HP burn. This is the big one here. So it attacks all enemies, places an extra hit on enemies without HP burn. Has a 50% chance of placing a stun debuff on 1 turn on enemies under HP burn. So you can kind of decide what you want to use him for. If you place him with an HP burner, then you can kind of use him as a control champion. But normally people will place him without the HP burn champion alongside, so he does the extra hit, and that's where he does loads of damage. Very good arena nuker, but just great in all content really. And he has this debuff spread on the A3, taking 2 random debuffs from the target and placing them on all enemies under HP burn. So again, you need another champion with HP burns. I don't think he does it himself, does he? This champion heals 1% of their max HP every time anyone in a battle takes damage from an HP burn debuff. So yeah, he doesn't place the HP burns himself, so you can pair him with an HP burner. The problem is though, I don't really have very good HP burners on the account, and has defense and Doomtower, so I'm pretty happy. That's actually a couple of really good epic pulls there. A couple of really good pulls, so that's pretty good. So let's get rid of these. We're not buying anything today, Raid. So we go. Let's look at my champions. So I have Coffin Smasher. This is the guy I've been investing in. I've placed him onto my clan boss team because he does the HP burn. If I actually look for, we can use this kind of skill thing here to look for the debuffs, and we can look for HP burn. I've only got 3 champions that do HP burn. We can hide that now. So Achak, his HP burn is kind of conditional. He will only place it on enemies whose defense is equal to or higher than their attack. In PvE content, that's very few of them. Most PvE enemies will have a higher attack, so he normally freezes them. So you can't use him on Clan Boss, for example, to do an HP burn, because he will attempt to place the freeze. The Clan Boss will have a higher attack, so and you can't freeze Clan Boss. So he's kind of, it's not a Clan Boss thing. It's really good in Spider because you can freeze all the Spiderlings. That's generally what people were using for. The other option I have here is Wretch, who does have, it's actually a really nice HP burn single target. So one enemy places an HP burn debuff for 2 turns. There's no percentage chance. As long as he doesn't weak hit, he's going to place it on there on a 3-turn cooldown. That's actually quite a nice skill for Clan Boss. The rest of his kit, though, doesn't really give anything. He heals himself by a little bit, just a single attack target on that one, and the heal reduction, which isn't going to work on Clan Boss. So the rest of his kit is nothing special, but he does have a decent HP burn. But Coffin Smasher is the one that you normally would associate with a Clan Boss, early game Clan Boss. He doesn't scale up particularly well, but because he does have this HP burn on his A2, it is on a 4-turn cooldown, and it is a percentage chance. So it's actually a worse skill than Wretch. So 50% chance. I need books in him. I need Wendell books. He's not booked out yet, so there's currently only a 55% chance of placing it So it's not great. But why would you use Coffin Smasher over Wretch, for example, if this has it's basically a worse version of Wretch's skill? Because he has two other things that actually help him in Clan Boss. Is A1 gives a decreased attack. It's a low % chance of placing it. Currently, and again, I need more books on him, but it's currently a 20% chance of placing decreased attack. Decreased attack is almost an essential skill for Clan Boss, unless you're running unkillable teams, because you need to survive. The longer you can survive, the more damage you can do. So decreased attack will really keep your team alive a lot longer. It is a triple hitter, and each hit has a 20% chance, currently where I stand. So it is a higher percentage chance than you might think just looking at these numbers, so that's pretty decent. And then his passive is a nice little passive just to have, just to kind of give him a bit of extra survivability. So it decreases the damage enemies inflict with AoE attacks by 5%, just keeps him alive a little bit longer. But I have managed to pick up a 1-star blessing, which I've given Phantom Touch. None of the blessings really help out too much. So Phantom Touch just gives them, all the blessings now give an extra HP, and it just gives an extra chance of getting a bonus damage. It's not going to be a lot, but it will be just a little help out. So yeah, that's what we've got there, and I'm currently working on his masteries as well. So that's Coffin Smasher. Other than that, I think you've seen most of these ones. We've got Haigatoon in the arena team, and I'm just working on these main guys here. I've currently got 3 level 60s, falling behind a little bit on that in terms of getting the quantity of champions. But yeah, we've just really gotten into a bit of a grind at the moment. It's just taking a long time to kind of get anything done, but we're getting there anyway. Oh yeah, the other thing I wanted to show you, something I didn't do it on camera, but in my vault we have, in the reserve vault, look at this, I've got a Void Legendary. I just pulled a random Void Shard a while back and it got a Void Legendary. Of course, you know, the hardest champions to get in this game, getting a Void Legendary is extremely rare, and in this account it's completely useless. I can't use it. He's a half decent one as well, I think. Never used him, don't have him on my main account, and I'm not going to use him here either. He's just going to be used as a 5-star chicken, which is kind of painful. But that's the name of the game on this account. So in terms of progression, I've managed to finally beat stage 13 of Fire Knight, and actually managed to go up to stage 14. So that's why I had that Sacred Shard for the challenges. The last challenge, one thing I'm finding really irritating is the artifact challenges. Equipping 4 champions with 3 5 or 6 star artifact sets at level 12 or higher. It doesn't sound too difficult, but the thing is, I'm so low on silver, and it would just be a complete waste of silver just to level up something that you don't need. And I just don't have the gear that I want to invest in. And frustratingly, the gear that I do have, for example, say on Rathalos here, he's only got 2 sets, because the Lifesteal set is a 4-piece. I think I probably mentioned this in the last one. I still haven't done this one. It's been weeks, because all my main champions have like a 4-piece set on. Apart from Lures, one that I want to do, but she has a 4-star piece. I haven't been able to get anything better. I need the speed on her, and I need the crit rate on her. So the crit rate substats and the speed is very important, and I've got nothing here that will help out. The only 5-piece I've got is a resistance chest piece. There's no speed, no crit rate on it, so she needs 100% crit rate for her to work. So that's no good, and I don't have any other thing there. And in terms of gauntlets, again, she has crit rate, which I need, so I don't have any other crit rate. So until I get a 5-star, so this is 4-star, so that's no good. Until I get a 5-star crit rate piece and 5-star, well actually yeah, if I get a 5-star crit rate gauntlets, I don't need the crit rate substat, so I could give her this one if I wanted to. Preferably you'd want something with a bit of speed on it as well. But yeah, so I'm just waiting for the right gear to come along, and it's the same with the other ones really. He's got 2 sets on. War Maiden, I would need a 5-star chest piece on set. It can't just be a broken set piece, it has to be on set, so I'd need probably a 5-star Immortal if I wanted to match up with what she's got on here. She's got the crit rate gauntlets, and I kind of need her to do damage as well, so I'm just waiting for good gear to come along. Coffin Smasher, I've got a broken set on here. So again, I don't have anything good enough for even 5-star gear. What have we got here? Oh yeah, Haikatoon. I really could do with a 5-star speed boost. If I could get a 5-star speed boost, then that would be another one set. So it is just a case of just waiting for the gear to come along and then investing in it when it's here. There's no point wasting your silver on pieces that just aren't worth doing. So I think that's pretty much all I really wanted to talk about at the moment. I'm currently coming up to level 48, so it's slow progress, but I am only playing for a little bit each day. I'm certainly not. Because one of the things with the free-to-play, if you've been watching any of the other content creators who do this challenge, it's clear that you can make so much progress, more than you would expect. A lot of people complain that this game is impossible unless you spend money on it. And it certainly isn't, but if you don't spend money, you have to spend time. If you can spend 6-7 hours on this game every day, you can progress really quickly and outperform people who throw money at it. But who wants to do that? Who can do that? I certainly can't. I don't have time to spend this amount of time every day on it. I'm spending maybe a couple of hours on it a day. Just running things in the background. I'm doing other things at the same time as well. But yeah, it's impossible to spend too much time on it as a regular person. So, but yeah, that's the grind of the game, and that's what we're doing. So so I just do these irregular updates just to kind of keep you updating on how I'm performing in the challenge. And so let me know how you're getting on in the comment section, and I will see you in the next one.